How's it going, folks? It's Mr. Mac, dressed like a bum in my quarantine attire, but, just how it is. We're on day, I don't even know what day. It's been over a month in quarantine now, or at least a month out of the classroom. So, it's really been dragging down on me and, most other teachers as well. It's been a weird time for us, as well as you, of course. So, there's really not much other stuff that I got to really be going over with you guys. We're kind of keeping pace here. Again, keep an eye out for a post about next Friday. But otherwise, we're pretty much smooth sailing here. We're getting through it. Okay, so without any more distraction here, let's get into the assignment that I got for you. So last week we compared primary sources between local, regional, and national, right? So this one I want to try to mimic that, but with a different focus. So with this one, we're going to be taking a look at rural and urban. Okay, during the Great Depression, those were vastly different experiences. If you were living in the city, you had a lot more, you had different worries, you had different feelings than someone who was living out in the countryside. So that's something that I really want to develop and look into here. So what you guys are going to be doing, I'm going to kind of keep it short and sweet here for you guys. All you're going to be doing is you're going to locate two primary sources, okay? One of rural origin and one of urban, right? Of course, relating to the Great Depression. And these primary sources should kind of help you, or should, illustrate what life is like. So what that means is you shouldn't just get like, I don't even know, like a painting of a nice idyllic farmhouse that just so happened to be painted in the 1930s that does not show anything about what life was like. Okay, that's not really what I'm looking for. Yes, it could be a primary source depending on what you're studying, but, that's not really what we're studying. We're going to try to study what life was like. So unless you can derive an argument about what life was like, then you really shouldn't be doing it. So you're going to find two primary sources, okay, like I said, one of rural and one of urban, and then you're going to explain how each of those primary sources depicts their respective locations. And then you are also going to be looking at, then you are going to compare and contrast the two in a few sentences, about 2 to 3. So that's another thing I want to do. So you're just going to do a quick comparison between the two. So let's say, one is talking about food prices and it's very, very low in urban, let's say, whereas it's very high in urban areas, but in rural areas it's low. Well, that would be something to contrast, right? You know how to compare and contrast. You should be able to figure it out. Okay, so you should be able to use that to try to compare and contrast those. So that should be a pretty quick assignment. After that, you are going to cite your sources using MLA format. That's all you gotta do. Remember that I have those resources and those databases at the end of my slideshows. Those should be used by you guys, right? You should be taking a look at those for these primary sources. If not, you're just adding work on for yourself. If you want to, sure. If you don't find what you want to find on those, by all means. But otherwise, make use of the stuff that you have. But otherwise, that's all I got for you. Like I said, keep an eye out for a post about next Friday. If, remember, anytime you have any concerns or anything that you want to talk about, Mr. Marcy and I are around. We are, like I said, missing you guys very much. And, we'd like to hear from you if you have anything going on. So don't be a stranger. Other than that, I will talk to you guys in the video tomorrow. So you will still see my bummy look here with my Corona beard, which is very patchy, and I had before Corona, so it's just still laziness, but whatever. I digress. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Stay safe and stay healthy. Adios.